it's been a while since I made a video review, and yeah, I haven't had much time. So anyway, here's one. So Litex sent me two cubes. They sent them via DHL, and they got here in like 2 days. Yeah, about 2 days. And yeah, so I'm going to be reviewing them. There is inside this there's a CX3, a Maru CX3, and a ShengShou mirror block. I'm not sure why they sent the mirror block, but yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open the DHL packing. Litex shipping has improved quite a lot in the past couple of months. Good to see them being back on track. Oh, the packaging has improved also. It's all nicely bubble wrapped. It's not a DIY kit. Good. I thought it'd be a DIY kit. So they've improved their packaging, they've improved their shipping. So overall, Litex is on the way to being as good as it once was. I don't know why they dropped their services, quality of services in the middle, but anyway. So just to let you guys know how I'm going to go about this, I'm going to be reviewing the ShengShou mirror block right now, because I've had one myself for quite a few months, years, and so I know a fair deal about what it's like, how it is. So I'll just walk you through the mirror block, and then with the CX3 I'm going to open it up, give you a first impressions look, and then maybe review it in depth about a week from now. So yeah, come back to this in a while. So the ShengShou mirror block, nice packaging and stuff. This is pretty much one of the best mirror blocks you can get. I haven't come across one that is better. Comes with this really pointless sheet of instructions that is, oh, they have English and stuff on it. They tell you how to solve it, but that's really not essential. You could just solve it like a 3x3. It is basically a 3x3. So instead of different colors, you have different shapes. And quality wise, it's probably the best mirror block I've ever seen. The turning is lovely. The cube comes lubricated from the factory. I'm not sure if the lube is visible, but it is lubricated. And I'll pop a couple of pieces out and see if I can show you the lubricant. But I highly doubt you'll be able to see it. You're just going to have to take my word on it. It is lubricated, and it's very well lubricated. I'm not sure if you can see traces of lubricant out here, but yeah. Anyway, the pieces seem to be much better than they were previously. This mirror block seems to be, maybe it's like a version 2 or a version 3, I'm not sure. It doesn't say anything on the box particularly. It's nothing written on this. It just says Mirror Magic Cube. Anyway, so the pieces are kind of based on the ShengShou Wind, the SS3x3 Wind, Feng they call it. And yeah, the edge pieces, the corner pieces, it's just totally like the Feng. And yeah, as always, there are adjustable tensions, but I can't pop out a piece out here. Oh my god, this is tight. Pop out. Anyway, so yeah, you have adjustable tensions. I don't think the screws and springs are going to be really that high grade, but then it really doesn't matter. I don't think people are going to speed solve a mirror block as such. I mean, you're not supposed to speed solve one of these things. So for those of you who don't know how to solve it, or how to go about approaching the problem, it's really easy. It's basically a 3x3, and no, it's really no big deal. You just go ahead with whatever method you follow. If you do CFOP, if you do the beginner's method, you can just get across on one side, finish maybe one layer, the second layer, and do whatever you want with the third layer. So it's basically a 3x3 shape mod. Yeah, the turning is really nice. It's much more than what is needed for a mirror block. And this thing cuts corners. It's not tension, but cuts corners pretty well. About maybe almost one whole edge piece. And yeah, it's about almost one whole edge piece. Reverse corner cutting isn't really much, but I really don't think it matters. I mean, I don't see why you'd care about corner cutting on this one. Anyway, so the plastic quality is great, like ShengShou cubes. Diansheng has mirror blocks that have this particular part of the corner piece which is removable. They have a plastic plate that just snaps on, and this doesn't seem to have that. I mean, it does, but then it's very well molded. There are very few molding imperfections, and it seems to be really good quality stuff. Yeah, all the pieces. No, you can actually see the lubricant on this one. I'm not sure if it's visible. Not sure, but anyway. So yeah, this is good quality stuff. This is probably the first time I'm actually looking at a mirror block version 2 or version 3, whatever this is, and I'm really impressed. I mean, ShengShou has done a really good job with these cubes, and in general they're doing a really good job on their puzzles. The stickers are good. They've got these nice line patterns in them, which in my experience makes it slightly trickier to solve. I mean, after you're done with solving one entire face, once you're done solving the whole thing, in fact, quite a lot of times the lines, the line patterns on the centerpiece could be kind of off. You know, it wouldn't be parallel to the rest of the cube. It could be perpendicular, which could just maybe add another additional level of challenge to solving it. Other than that, it's an unofficial puzzle. It's not meant to be speed solved. It's ShengShou, so it's great. Yeah, whatever. On to the main stuff, the CX3. I've been excited about this cube for quite a long time. It's one of the most hyped cubes that has ever existed. Oh, it comes with a nice stand. Okay, this is stuck. The stand's stuck. It comes with a stand, and it comes with a set of 6 springs. It says soft-hearted for CX3 replacement springs. More soft, more fun. I'm sorry, but that just sounds wrong. Anyway, so you get a nice Maru cube stand and this pointless packaging. Made in Taiwan. It's not made in China. Interesting. Anyway, so cube. It's got good stickers. This is like it's a brighter shade of green, which I guess might help with, oh, the turning's nice, with contrasting. Yeah, good contrast. It says Maru cube on the centerpiece, and the turning, turning is nice. It's a fast cube, and yeah, the turning is nice and slick. It's not gummy. It's very crisp, probably like one of the alpha cubes. That's reminiscent of an alpha cube. Yeah, the cutting seems to be good. Okay, about 1 block, 1 edge piece, comfortably 1 edge piece. Yes, about 1 edge piece. You can't go more than an edge piece. Yeah, a reverse cutting, if you restrict the second layer, about 1/3 of an edge. Yeah, you can't force it to go more than that. Maybe if I don't restrict the second layer, you could probably get more reverse cutting. Yeah, there you go. About slightly pop resistant. You see that? Okay. I don't know, maybe I'll shoot off a couple of Z-forms and see what it's like. That's decent. Forms are messy. I've been practicing for a while, so good stuff, good cube. The feel is good. Let's take a look at the structure. Okay, this is fairly hard to pop. Okay. Ooh, structure is interesting, and it comes pre-lubricated, which is nice. Got a blue core in there. Weird golden screws. Quite funny looking edge pieces and corner pieces. This is something different. I haven't seen too many cubes with this structure. Similar to, yeah, this is what most cube manufacturers are trying to come up with these days. I don't know, I guess I'm going to play around with this cube for about a week, and then I'll do an in-depth review on the performance and how well it works, and maybe do a comparison with some of the classic Dayan cubes like Zanchi, the Q-Hong, Maybe I'll compare it to the Wulong and the Fangxi, the Shangren version 2. I don't know. So far, out of the box, first impression, it's a good cube. Seems to turn well, cuts well, hasn't really popped a lot. I messed that one up. What the hell? I kind of need to practice. Anyway, I will come back, I'll fiddle around with this for a week and see how it holds out, and I'll give you a more in-depth review in about a week from now. So yeah, that's all. Ciao. Okay, so I've been using this cube for 2 weeks now, two and a half, I'm not sure. And so far I've had absolutely no issues with this cube whatsoever. There have been 3 instances of pops. There's this one instance in KFC when I was spamming the Z-Perm and the whole thing just exploded. Another pop maybe a week ago again when I was spamming the Z-Perm, and right now the blue center cap just popped before I started recording, and again I was spamming the Z-Perm. I guess there's a problem with my Z-Perm. Anyway, so the cube is perfect, and this cube is probably going to replace my Gyuhong as my main. And yeah, I did run a comparison with the Gyuhong, the Zanchi, the Wulong, and the Shongren, but I hate the Shongren, so I think this does do much better than the Wulong. The Wulong, for me at least, it overshoots, I can't control the cube, and all in all I'm not very fond of the feel of the Wulong. But this one is like a perfect balance. Zanchi, I don't like the Zanchi either. The Gyuhong has been my favorite for the past, I don't know, 2 years, 2.5 years. But this seems to be like a good balance between the Gyuhong and just something. So yeah, I haven't lubed this cube for 2.5 weeks. It came pre-lubed and the lube was pretty good. And it's still in there. It's just starting to dry out a little. I'm not sure if you can see traces of the liquid, but there is this typical lube powder thingy that's back. There is still a good amount of lube. I don't think I'm going to have to re-lube this for at least a week and a half more. So all in all, the lube that came with the cube has lasted for, I'd say, about 3 or more weeks. With a moderate amount of use, maybe about 5 to 10 solves a day. And yeah, I was right, this does feel slightly lighter than a Gyuhong, but it's not as light as the Fangxi, which is kind of like a good thing. I'm not a very big fan of the Fangxi, I already said that. But yeah, the plastic quality is downright brilliant. I've had absolutely no issues with anything else like popping. There's no issues with the corner cutting. It's come perfectly tensioned, at least to my liking, and it's not a very loose tension. As you can see, it's moderately tight, but it's a good tension. I mean, I can cut very well. I have been able to get consistent sub 25s. I did get a few sub 20s also, but yeah, I mean, I love this cube, and it's pretty much going to replace my Gyuhong. Oh yeah, the green and the orange is really good, and it does make a difference when you're solving. The colors are slightly different, maybe a little tad bit brighter than your normal green and orange, and it does make a difference when you solve. The extra set of springs that I got with this cube, I haven't had a chance to try them out. Been busy with the lab and all. But I think I will give them a shot maybe in another week or so. I'll swap the springs out once the lube is completely dry. I'm planning to take the whole thing apart, clean it, service it. And at that time I think I'll put the other softer springs in. So yeah, all in all, lovely cube, completely worth the price. Slightly expensive, but it's worth every penny. And I thank Lightake for giving me a sample piece to review. It is a brilliant cube, and I think you guys should go out and buy it. So yeah, that'll be all for this review. Maybe in the next few weeks I will post a follow-up video with the new springs, but I'm not too sure about that. Depends on my lab schedule. So yeah, that's all.